Three titans of entertainment on today: the Premier League final match day, RLCS Championship Sunday, and the start of the Irish Championship Series. I'm Gluzzer, one of your casters, and I'm here with Nova.
Yeah, big day in sports overall. I'd like to say the ICS might just be the biggest of the tree to top it all off. We already know who's winning the Prem. It's City every season. But ICS, it's open, isn't it, Gluzzer?
It is indeed. No one knows who's going to win, and in the first series, you've got Aviators and Waffle House. Both have gone into the lobby now, and yeah, I have to ask Nova, who's winning the series?
Having played Waffle House earlier, they were quite impressive to say the least. Very fast to the ball every single time. I struggle to see. I think Aviators might struggle against them. So yeah, this is a best of 5. So I'm going to say that in 5, Waffle House will take it in. I'm gonna say they'll take it in 4, but I want to hear what you think, Blizzard. Do you think I'm completely delusional?
You know what? I think it's a sweep. Calling it right now. Let me tell you about Waffle, Nuss, and Kismet. 3 players of great quality, as we all know. Waffle, especially, very mechanical. Nuss, known to be about 2k, though he is playing in an 8, so we don't really know how he'll be faring. And Alpha, or Kismet, formerly Alpha, is a veteran of the scene.
Yeah, three great players, and as you can see, Nuss, even though he's playing all the way in America, opening us up here in this tie. 25 seconds in, Redport. I think he just expects Waffle to get the touch there, and that just leaves the net open. You have to question, where is the rest of the defense? We're already early in. There wasn't really any boost steals there. You would have expected someone to be onto it, but I don't think Waffle House will be complaining. So here comes Waffle himself. A good demo by Nuss on the goal line. Redport's in a bit of an awkward spot, but nothing comes of it. His cans. 0 boost. 50s at the Enrong, who's just forced to clear it away. Waffle House, they seem much stronger on this boost game so far, as it's boomed downfield. Oh, that's a bit awkward down. Enrong just misses it, but it's been a good first minute, hasn't it been, Daniel?
Yeah, we see there, obviously, Enron. The Aviator struggles to get up. He's not like Top Gun Maverick. That's and that's the story with this Aviator squad. I think they're obviously 3 veterans of the scene, 3 veterans of life, as well, all in their mid to late 50s, and yeah, it's inspiring of a sense to see them get this far. But Waffle House, they just have the speed, they have the cohesion. Waffle and us, obviously, they go way back, and Kismet's played a lot of these guys through 6-mans and through other tournaments. It's a very hard opponent to go up against, but this is time for Aviators to test their abilities, and they are launching an attack here, but struggling to make anything come from it.
Yeah, it's good sustained pressure there, but it's what you expect from Waffle House. You need to give something that's extremely threatening if you want to get past them, especially when there's players like Nuss on the field and Redport hitting the crossbar from almost point blank. Those shots, they're the kind that need to be on target, and if you're not putting them on target, you need to be at least putting in a spot to set up someone else. But it's better, at least. It's much better than what we saw in those first 30, 40 seconds. As a good pinch down the field. Enrong just stealing the boost. Waffle on 0 now. But it goes to Nuss on. That's not where you want to give him the opportunity. He gets the flip reset, but doesn't get the ball. Double commit means that the counter-attack doesn't come out as swiftly as they would have hoped. Here comes Waffle, getting completely taken out of it, but Enrong on 0 boost. Not much he can do. Clearance from Nuss as he beats 1, but only as far as cans. Waffle House there, looking a tad bit shaky, but they're staying afloat. Oh, and a great demo from cans, denying a clear goal scoring opportunity. But the attack stays alive as it drops down. And is that two? Yes, it is. Kismet making it two for Waffle House. What do you make of that goal, Daniel?
We just see a bit of a lapse in focus there. Cans goes for a double demo. Nuss is centre, gets a free touch towards net, and as Cans tries to clear it in of the boost, Waffle gets the ball, and it's just a perfect play to Alpha. Alpha, patiently waiting as that second man. It shows the tightness of this rotation of Waffle. You can't lose focus against them. You can't. You have to make sure that you're playing the ball. You're not making mistakes, not leaving people open, because that 50 game is going to be hard. That mechanical game, you're just going to be outclassed. And yeah, it's a bit of a poor start from Aviators. It is these moments that make these games, and I don't know if Aviators can come back from this one.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing as well because Aviators, they had that good moment, about 2 minutes, I'd say, of pressure. And then suddenly, like you say, a lapse in focus is what's the difference. And Nuss, you really expect someone of his quality to bury that. It could just be the NA-EU difference, as they say. But here he comes again. Beats one, can't get it past Enrong. But Waffle House, well, this is their reward for hanging on from earlier, I suppose. Oh, but that's not a great clearance. And Kanzi's fluffed his... Oh, okay. Sorry, almost an own goal from Waffle. But, oh, you expect so much better from Enrong there. It's an open net. Surely you have to be burying that. Those chances, they don't come often. Not even just during a game, but during a series. But they still have the ball. Nuss on 0 boost. He can only clear it to Redport, but not great from him. And we see the last 15 seconds here, the team bumps coming out. Surely this is game 1, isn't it?
Yeah, surely it is. Enrong, just a little bit slow in general this game. Same with Cans, both very rusty. Enrong, just got back from, I believe, the US as well. 1 in, 1 out system. Nuss is there at the moment. And it's this difference that you can just see in the hours, really. It's this kind of Aviator squad. They're just not as sharp. They're not as quick to the ball. We see Enrong there with a massive 86 points. That is big from the man. Absolute world-class performance, dropping a 0-0-1. He's an impact player. Let's put it that way. He's an impact player. Great job from him. Redport topping the scoreboard. I think he almost got more points than the other two combined, which is probably similar in the hours of both these two teams, which is a big difference maker here. I mean, Nuss and Waffle both out of uni, so they've got a bit more time on their hands, and they're putting it to good use, both in the ranked grind, and we're seeing it pay off in tournament as Waffle takes control of the ball off kickoff. Cans with a good 50, keeps scoring in the corner. Waffle boost, and just Aviators struggling to get anything come from it.
Oh my line there. What is this? That's the greatest goal I've ever seen Enrong. With 2 touches of the ball, he's got more points than he got in the entirety of last game. That is going showboat. He a highlight reel of this man. What a goal.
Yeah, clearly. I think he must have heard what you were saying, Daniel, because immediately this game, I don't know how much he meant it, but he will tell you that was 100% calculated. Aviators, they see the lead for the first time, and I was thinking at the end of last match of asking you, what do they need to do different? But maybe that's just what it is. Maybe that's all they need to show less respect to Waffle House, to give them less space, and to challenge the ball quicker. And that, sure, even if it is a bit lucky, things like that will happen, and Waffle manages to just about get onto that through the demo, but the ball is not gone. And can Waffle stay on that one? Yes, he can. Been on 0 boost for a while, he has. Enrong just can't direct it at target. Redport now forced to rush back. Bouncing around. Nuss pinching it in, but doesn't look like anything will come from it for now. Here comes Redport. Strong 50 against Kismet. And Enrong, will he make it too? No, he will not. Good save from Nuss. Is there anything you think Waffle House can improve on now that I'm thinking about it, Daniel? Or do you think they'll come away with it at the end of this match anyways?
We have seen them kind of get pushed back into a corner a little bit by Aviators. There's a lot more confidence, a lot more quick jumps, a lot more awkward touches in the backline. But while it's arguably being threatening, there hasn't really been follow-up play from Aviators, which has left Waffle House in good positions. Waffle House, they're also just way more clinical on offense, and as I say that, Kismet does make a poor miss there, but it's this pressure, and you just feel like at some stage Waffle House are guaranteed to score because their opportunities are just of a better quality, and this is an example of it. Enron just gets a clear red port. It's going to have a bit of space, but doesn't have the boost to work with it. Touchdown. Good 50 actually gets it to Enron, but it's a wasteful clear, and this passing play is going to be trying to create from Waffle House, which they've been doing quite well all tournament. If you've been keeping up on a Kismet stream, you'll be able to see that. Yeah, it's a bit of a struggle here from Aviators, but another goal could add to the pressure and add to the momentum that they have. Cannons, the poacher, catches Waffle, taps into the open net.
Yeah, I just want to say and praise Waffle there for a lovely, lovely assist. Now, unfortunately, it's for the completely wrong team, but it was a great setup for him, and it's something I hope to see more of as the series goes on. You have to question, is it a mental issue right now, or are they just maybe just a bit nervous, or maybe a bit ahead of themselves from last match? Whatever it is, Waffle House, they still have another just over 2 minutes to try and regain, but right now they're just playing boomer ball, really, sending it as far as they can each time. Redport more than willing to do the same, doesn't want to risk dribbling out of his own half when they're 2 goals up. That's a good pass from Nuss, actually completely opens up the defense, and Kismet getting a goal back. The game is not over yet. Good pass in there from good pass in there from Nuss. Kismet 50's at bottom corner.
Yeah, it is a good pass. Kismet gets the control, a bit fortunate. Enron's on 0 boost there, and a bit of a double commit comes out. If Aviators do want to keep the series in control, they just need to watch the boost totals, watch the control, watch the midfield, keep Waffle House penned out, and just not. These double commits are just not going to help them, and that's going to be a struggle for them as they're put in awkward positions. Enron with a bad miss there. That's a good demo from Kismet. Waffle sneaks it in near posts, and in the blink of an eye, Waffle House have equalised.
Yeah, and that's just... It was coming. You could sense it right after that kickoff. I think it was Enron there. He had 100 boost and he jumped for a ball he just didn't need to go for. Maybe the pressure's just getting to them. It feels that they're not... I don't think they were expecting to find themselves 2 goals up almost. And it's the most dangerous lead for a reason. Momentum is in Waffle House's favour now, as here comes Waffle himself. Sets up Kismet. And that's just another boom from Enron. If they want to win this, that's not going to work. They need to be doing just a bit more when they're on the ball, trying to keep it a bit closer to themselves. Because gifting possession to Waffle House, it's not going to do anything for them. Here's Cans. Enron can't win the 50. And Waffle, that's actually just an open net, but Cans rushes back in time. Nuss. Strong rotations there, but not the best of 50s. It falls to Redport. You can only hit off the corner as he runs out of boost. Nuss's touch gives Waffle House a chance to counter against Aviators here. 20 seconds remaining. Will we see a goal? Or will it go to overtime? Boom downfield again. And Kismet drops it down for Nuss. Good stop, but the pressure's not gone as Waffle off the bar. Kismet to finish it off. 3-2 with 7 seconds. You'd think that's it, Daniel, wouldn't you?
We're going to have to see some kickoff shenanigans full send the house here, because Kismet has put Waffle House in front. It's just a great first pass into a good touch, and it's this pressure that you can't break out. You need perfect touches and good challenges, which Aviators have struggled to do when they haven't gone for any risk on kickoff. Played a bit too safe in my opinion, and it's given Waffle House a good chance to close it out. Nuss gets it off the first touch, gets the second, and it hits the floor. Triple match point for Waffle House.
Yeah, are we doing this? Is this a server change going on? Just wanted to check. Because everyone...
There is a serve change.
Just wanted to make sure.
Both Enrong and Waffle, both absolutely complaining as always.
Yeah,
Disgrace.
nothing new. I think we should disqualify both of them. Just crown whoever wins the other semi-finals the champions. Which, oh, actually, Skivity Sigma Alpha Rizzlers are the team who won the other final. 3-1 in the series. They bet Cork and the Pole. So whoever wins this series will meet them there. The team consisting of, if I get it up now, Parable, Pukas, and Cookie Jr., as well as SAM. You'd expect to see them in the final, but for now, let's focus on Waffle House versus Aviators.
Yeah, and as you say that, Kismet has absolutely rocked one to the back of the net. We are in the server, as you all seen in 13 seconds in, he gets the quick shot off the kickoff, and yeah, it's just poor from Aviators, and big mistakes come out there that just Waffle House pounce on, and this is not the position we want to see Aviators in. While they did have a lead and they did lose it, they're going to struggle to come back against this Waffle House team because it requires them to just play. To beat Waffle House, you almost have to play a little bit just respectful and conservative. But 3 being a goal down and maybe 2, it's just harder to do so as Waffle House mount the pressure for the start of Game 3.
Yeah, very strong start from Waffle House. Much better than last match. And 2 goals up. You have to wonder if it's over already. Enrong and Cans, they're just both behind each other. No need to be that close. And it just leaves an open net when it falls right for Waffle. 2 goals up with 45 seconds in. Will we see much different as Cans does win the kickoff there? Maybe should have just put it towards net. That looked open to me. Oh, but it works out in the end anyways. 2-1. Aviators down, but not out.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake from Kismet there. He turns way too sharply and Enrong just beats him to that any day of the week. Waffle, not the time to react. And if Aviators, they do need to score off these kickoffs, but again, they just have to play a little bit more restrictive and patient, which I don't know if they're going to be able to get down a goal still. They're going to have to hope that they can get something going here. And Waffle House, they'll feel happy to just keep pressure mounted and not overcommit. And as I say, that's really poor from the Aviators. Just caught out on the back line again. Enrong, touch absolutely capitalised on by Nuss. And Redport and Cans can't get a touch. Kismet capitalised on it. And Waffle House take the lead back up to 2.
Yeah, it seems every time that Aviators are conceding here, their biggest issue is just the positioning. Like that goal there, Cans, he doesn't need to be front post when there's already someone there. If they can work on their positioning, well, at least maybe they wouldn't concede as much goals as they would. But at this point, you sort of have to throw everything in the kitchen sink. Because 2 goals down against a team of Waffle House's quality, it's a bit tough, I suppose, to come back from that. There is still 3 minutes and 20 seconds left, so it's not all over yet as Nuss taps it down. Waffle, Enrong has to get onto that one to keep it from being 4. That one goes under the backboard. Cans is up just in the nick of time. Bit of an odd landing though, which gives Kismet the free ball, and they're bumping each other again. And Daniel, I have to ask you, if you're in Aviator's shoes right now, what do you think you need to work on if you want to get back into this series?
Whether or not they will is the question. If I'm Aviators right now, I'm throwing on a bit of Bambi Thug, pulling out the Spellborg and Spellbook, and just casting curses because there's absolutely no chance that they're coming back here with the current strategy that they've implemented. Waffle House just too hard to break down, too quick. And as I say that is an awful touch from Nuss. This is their opportunity, but Waffle, a great recovery. The mechanics, just Waffle House just have such better mechanics. This Aviator squad just cannot keep up with it, and it's going to force them to have to make 50s and make sure that their boost management is good and steal boost. But they've been struggling to do that in the first place. Their rotations have been very awkward. That's a good pass from Cans though. Nuss gets the recovery. Can's going to play it backwards through the Redport, but again, another miscommunication. He goes to the back left, and yeah, his Aviator squad just struggling to mesh.
You have to question, are these players even coming right now? For all we know, they're in lobby 2, chilling with lads like Cookie and all that. But right now, they've got a minute and 40 to do something. That demo will harm their chances as Cans puts onto the backboard. Just no one's there for the opportunity, really. And Redport, he's in a 1v1 with 0 boost. And Wrong somehow manages to keep it out, but Kismet. Surely the dagger to the heart there. Lovely turn from Nuss. You'd expect them to probably score from that, actually, considering both defenders had 0 boost. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. 4-1. And we're going to have to see something from Aviators if they want to make this even just go to game 4. You were the one who said this would be a sweep, Daniel. I'm sure you think that's going to stay this way, don't you?
When you're right, you're right. When you're omniscient, you're omniscient. It's just... It's just the way it is. This Aviator squad have struggled to get anything going the entire time. You know, we even look at that... Maybe I'm speaking too soon. This is a genius play from Cans. Plays it slow, misses the corner because that's a really tactical genius move. And he just gets the 50 off of Waffle, who plays for the squishy save. It's a bit of an awkward defensive positioning there from Waffle House, but Aviators, they're gonna need to come up with something soon. Nuss gets a reset. Cans hits it into the corner. Kismet with a reset. Waffle gets another reset. Why not? Kismet with a touch around Enrong. He doesn't know what he's doing. He has no idea what's happening. He's still reminiscing of 2015 days when resets weren't a thing. Redport just going for demos, trying to play aggressive, and it's a poor touch from Waffle, though Enron cannot capitalize on it, and again he is 0 boost. Kismet, wow, that is, I respect it. It's bold. It's bad though. Kismet sends that to the corner flag, and Waffle House, they do have the pressure here. This is their chance to close it out. 2 of them go up for a psycho because why not? And a pass across from Cans just can't be capitalized on it. And Nova, we're coming to the end of the series. What? Is it over? It is over. What are your thoughts on that, Nova?
It was very, very convincing from Waffle House, to say the least. When they're playing their best, they looked amazing. Has to be said. But you have to question Aviators. What is there to improve on going to the next qualifiers? Because it's not over yet. There's more than just what we've been playing today. But there's a lot to work on for them. And I think mainly if they flesh out those comms issues, and especially again the positioning issues, I think maybe if they come up with Waffle House again, they'll be able to give them a better run for their money.
Yeah, well, we will be able to see that come Wednesday week. I do believe they'll be playing with the Res, though, which that's one improvement. They actually have players of the quality that's needed to keep up, and it's really important that this Aviator squad don't feel disheartened. It's just qualifier 1, and they are in a qualifying position, which is the most important thing for that all-elusive top 6. And Nova, before we go to the break, tell us a bit about the final that's about to come up.
Certainly. Well, in the final, we have Skivity Sigma Alpha Rizzlers. Lovely name. Obviously playing our winners of this series just here, Waffle House. And on that team, which I'm just going to refer to Alpha for now, there's Parable, Pukas, Cookie Jr., and SAM, who managed to win 3-1 in their semi-final. So the finals are best of 7, as far as I'm aware, and that will crown our, I suppose, champions for qualifier 1, which will go a long way to for the points, I suppose, to make the finals after 5 qualifiers.
It will indeed. Now we'll take a short break before the final, so grab a drink, grab some food, and make sure you're back to crown the qualifier 1 ICS champion.
into a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club, yeah, we turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club into a freak show.
Try to work you out is killing. Ever since my heart's been missing.
say flicker and the candles glitter like you're in a thriller. Heart goes pum pum pum. Ghostly figures, they can get so bitter. Sure you want to enter, you can turn back. You don't know where I've been. What's going on inside? Where the monsters like to come alive, come alive. Do you really wanna know me? I'm really not that cozy. It's up to you, so you decide, you decide. Would you love me up my words till the coffin's in the dirt? Try to break me like a curse, you know that will never work. I'm a little bit absurd. I like dancing on the verge. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion, but could you love a haunted, haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house. If you're just like it out. A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. Broken windows and a warning scribbled on my wall saying that you better turn around. Wouldn't be the first to try to burn me down. You're blue, you too. Would you love me up my words till the coffin's in the dirt? Try to break me like a curse, you know that will never work. I'm a little bit absurd. I like dancing on the verge. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion, but could you love a haunted, haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house. If you're just like it out. A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. But could you love her?
Like 3 seconds notice. Cool. Hello, everyone, and welcome along to our first qualifier for the Irish Championship Series. We have in the blue corner Waffle House. They're going up against, I'm not even sure I can pronounce that name, Skibbity Sigma Alpha Rizzlers. What a team name. On these teams, of course, we have recent what is it? What do we call it? Collegiate land champion, My Parable, Pukas, and we have Cookie Jr. They're up against Waffle, Nuss, and Alpha OG. I'm joined on the desk by none other than Nova. Nova, how are you getting on?
I'm doing great here today. Just witnessed an amazing series where, well, Waffle House completely
Was it?
demolished you lot.
Was it?
Yeah, I'd say it was an alright series. You
Thank you.
scored a great pinch, to be fair. I think
Well,
that should
that
be
as it
the
happened.
highlight of the match.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Definitely not
Um,
our many whiffs, but we will take that.
Yeah,
So
no, I think the final should have been decided by that. Just send you
I mean,
through.
clearly
But
we're a really good team because we lost both these teams, so therefore we're kind of good. Does that make sense? I think so.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
that means you should. I think that means you got third place. So
Yeah.
End it now. Just end the
I'm waiting
qualifiers
for
now.
Diego to come along and be like, oh, well, we took a game off these guys, so therefore we should get third. No, that's not how it works. Let me explain how it works today, guys. Points are on the line in these qualifiers. And Nova, what this means is there's 22 points on the line for the winner of this, 17 for second place. Everyone else already, you've either got 12 points, 10 points, or 9 points. It's important for these two teams because, in my opinion, the two best teams haven't signed up to this for whatever reason, for many different reasons. Colin, Little Dude, Panda, and on the other teams, you've got Tomster, Shark, and Shane, two dangerous teams, Nova. Am I wrong in saying that they're probably the two best teams?
No, I think you are absolutely right, especially when you take into consideration how some of those players have performed in recent events. If it be the most recent 1v1 tournament with Shark winning it, or a lot of those players performing very well at our most recent Corklan. However, for now, I don't think we need to focus on them. I think we need to focus on the amazing team named Skibdi Sigma Alpha. I'm just going to go as far as that. Versus Waffle House. And, well, Enrong, who do you think comes away with the series here, and what score?
You know me. I'm very I always look at the weak link on a team, and that's how I judge a series. And I don't think Alpha is good enough to really be playing at this level. I hope he proves me wrong. I do, but I'm just not convinced. However, I don't know, Parable and Cookie weren't amazing when we played them earlier. I think we had more trouble against Waffle House, even though we lost both games 3-0, I think it was. I think we took a game off them. Anyway, the point is, I still think Blue should have it here. I'm just going to call them, they're going to be called Sigma from here on out, Nova, okay? We're not going to call them that stupid team name.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was calling them Alpha earlier, so Sigma works much better. I'd have to agree with you. I do think that Sigma will come away with this, but as we say that, Kismet putting Waffle House 1-0 up, a good ball in from, never mind, not a great ball in from Nuss, it just deflects right to Kismet, who manages to double tap it in. And I just want to mention again, because we mentioned it last match in the semis, Nuss is on NA, or is playing from NA on EU servers. So with 92 ping, you have to be keeping an eye out for if any whiffs, you know, you can use that excuse of the high ping. But for now, they won't be complaining. They're 1-0 up as here comes Waffle.
Yeah, that was an amazing double, by the way, by Alpha. He basically told me to shut the hell up straight away with that one. It was a lovely goal, and that's a great way to, like, you know, kind of have yourself remembered by in a tournament. Remember that one time I scored a double in the grand final, and he's done it again. I mean, Jesus, this guy he's popping off now. He took it personally, the man with the karate picture. He's going to chop me down.
Yeah, you've awoken something in him. 2 goals already in the first 2 minutes when he wasn't, well, to be blunt, he wasn't the top goal scorer in the last series, to say the least. Not from what I realised, at least. But it's been a very strong start and a very surprising start from Waffle House. Would have expected maybe just a bit more.
Yeah, it's early days yet with these guys because they're probably still trying to feel each other out and stuff. It's hard to know in a game 1, even in game 2 in a series. I mean, you saw what happened in our game 2 there, the last one we nearly won. So I would say though, I think out of all the players in this lobby, Nuss is the best threes player. So even if he's on NA ping, I still expect him to kind of dominate. I know Pukas, I've been told, is a very good twos player. However, I didn't really see the threes player in him the last series, so let's wait and see. At the moment, though, back and forth.
Very back and forth so far. It's not like Sigma are creating no chances whatsoever. It's just that it feels like Waffle House, anything that's thrown at them, they're able to deal with right now. A much better defensive display than what we saw from them in the last series, where it felt like they were conceding goals that possibly should have been dealt with. So there's the fake for Nuss, but so far, no, it's only those 2 goals really that have been threatening. Nothing more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm hoping to see Parable kind of show up. There's been a lot of good talk about him in the community, and obviously he came second in the RLI line in Cork, and he won the collegiate line. And I actually thought he actually played very well in that, in the collegiate LAN. So I'm hoping he can kind of show up and kind of answer some doubts about him in these tournament situations. It obviously wouldn't be his first win in an RLI tournament, but it's a big day today for both these teams because, as I said, well, let's talk about this first. Get back to what I said later. Nice goal by Pukas.
Yeah, very good goal. Nuss maybe just should have boomed it away, but Pukas, he's first up to that, catches the defense on low boost. And you always expect him to bury that one away. Game's on now. Maybe there'll be a bit of a kick-off strat, or maybe not. I'm just a bit too hopeful from me, clearly. But Pukas from the ceiling. Nothing comes from it, but Cookie avoids the bump, trying with the...
Oh! Wow.
And that is something. Do you want to tell us about that, Enron?
Well, I actually criticized Nuss here because he made this happen, basically. What was he doing on... So he needs to listen to the Panda and his old advice that you shouldn't be on the backboard as last man in a situation like that because there's no benefit to it. Pretty much, it's very low chance of it being useful. And I think he basically gave Cookie. He basically said, "Here, you try this, and if you can do it, you can score." And that's what happened. So no, Nuss struggling now in that one. First goal, kind of Waffle, kind of in the wrong position on the backboard, and in this one, Nuss. So we'll see. But take nothing away from the guys. It was a lovely goal by Cookie. A lot of mechanical prowess needed to score that. But I think it's about to be 3-2.
Well, it looked like that for a second, but Cookie with a bit of a weak effort. Still, 2-goal lead turned into a tied game. There's a reason they say 2-goal leads are the most dangerous ones. Here comes the team plays. Parable, Cookie, Pukas. He just doesn't have the boost. Would have been lovely to see that one end up in the back of the net. There's the boom down to Waffle. Gets the touchdown. Kismet leaving it for Nuss onto the backboard. And is he going to get the hat-trick? Pukas does get the clear away. Nuss from the corner. Cookie can only tap it out, and feels like this is the Sigma team we saw at the start of the match, where they're a bit panicky on defense.
Bit poor there by Pukas.
Before we go,
sorry. Yeah.
Oh no, that's fine. I was just going to say, before we go into the last 20 seconds, there was something you wanted to tell us there earlier, Enrong, but you never got really
Let's wait until overtime. What do you reckon?
Wait
How about we just
overtime,
finish off
you know
this?
That is
Yeah,
more
yeah.
than fine by me. Here comes Nuss swinging it in. It's like all players seem more than willing to let drop, and we see overtime for the first time today, or at least on stream today, as it's boom down Waffle, just controlling on his own backboard. Very, very cool and commanding from him. Kismet still looking for that hat trick of his own. Might just drop from there. Now he's rotated back. How could he?
Yeah, they're playing well. Both teams, I have to say. There's a few little misses here or there, but generally speaking, both teams playing well. Waffle's mechanics in the air have been showing up quite well. I still worry about his positioning sometimes, like there. But, good save by Nos. But yeah, like the big thing here, right? 22 points on the line. Again, as I said, in my opinion, the two best teams have not shown up to this tournament for their own reasons. So this is a big chance for these teams to maybe stake out, one of those first two seeds for the finals, because you go straight into the semis. And if you go straight into the semis, then you're guaranteed 45 quid instead of 30. So it's important,
Very important. But for now, they shouldn't be focusing on the long term. They just need to be focusing on being locked in for this match, for this series. Really, it could go anyone's way right now. I didn't expect it to be as back and forth as this series has been so far. As Nuss, what can he do here? He's on 0 boost, but good flick, forcing everyone to commit to that. And suddenly the defense is a bit open as Waffle. Oh, ambitious, but he almost finds it. Is there a chance for the counter here? Parable, he needs to get that 50, and he does so well.
Lovely.
Still on the back foot though, Sigma. But Pukas, he's going to look to change it as Parable puts onto the backboard. No one really biting. And Cookie, can he find the bump? No, he can't. Waffle and 0 boost. Everyone in Waffle House really seems on low boost right now. Maybe that's something Sigma just need to capitalize on. Focus on winning the boost game. Sure, if Waffle House have no boost, how are they going to get to the air? And will this lead? Will this be their demise? Oh, and Parable, lovely finish to bury it away. First game goes to Sigma. What do you make of that, Emma?
I think Waffle may have messed that up slightly. However, I can understand why he would. It is a very panic situation. If it was me, I definitely would be making a mistake there. But the thing is, the better players don't, so he needs to make sure he tries to clean that up for the second game. Yeah, interesting. I thought Nuss did play well in that game. I know he had one or two little moments. The second goal, I think. I think this Sigma team can definitely be gotten at. In my opinion, Puka seems to double commit quite a lot. He clearly doesn't trust his teammates. We'll see how it goes into the next game. You are right though to point out Waffle House, they really struggle on the boost, don't they? Once it goes into their half, they're not able to command the boost, whereas Sigma are able to control it way better. So let's see how it goes. Game 2.
Yeah, I just want to pick up on that point. That's something you really see when you look at the stronger teams versus the best team, if that makes sense, where they'll do fine on the attack, but when it's on the defense, just the best team in the series will capitalize by stealing the boost. For now, Waffle House starting this game on the front foot, same way they started last match, but not getting a goal. Nuss, good 50 there. Forces Parable onto the backboard. Pukas looks for a quick transition. Trying to get mid, and he does. Cookie Jr. is all the net to aim for as he goes for a double. Balls that Parable, and that is 1-0 in the first 35 seconds, and a well-worked goal at that. Lovely passing play from Sigma.
It's a good play. I'd like to know how much. I think Nuss had a lot of boosts. I think Alpha made a huge error there, to be honest. He rotated in front of the net. I think that's on him. It looks like he called Nuss off it because when Nuss saw him, he kind of backed out of the challenge. and he had a better position to read that, in my opinion. Alpha's read was really difficult. Like, you'd see pros missing that, so yeah, it's about knowing your positioning.
Yeah, it was always going to be a tough one, but hopefully those issues can be worked upon as we see the series go on, where we see the players just start to, calm their nerves a bit, know that your teammate, might be in a better spot. And oh, Nuss, he's just completely missed that. And Parable, well, he has an open net to make it too. He's never missing that. And what happened there?
That's the old American internet, I reckon. You've been DDoSed by AT&T over there. Who knows? We'll see. I'm not sure. It was poor positioning anyway. You're liable to get hit with a counter. The other two teammates as well didn't exactly make it easy for him. They were all of them are basically almost in the corner in that quadrant of the field. It wasn't really great positioning, so we'll see. Yeah, they're struggling. It's 5 unanswered goals now, by the way. So let's see what they can do.
Well, let's see what they can. Waffle, he does have 100 boost there, and he seems to waste all of it just for a single touch on the ball. Parable, again, the positioning's a bit poor. Nuss left on his lonesome, and it's just another free chance. Cookie Jr. managing to grab his first of the match. Nuss, if he's going onto the backboard, he really needs to get onto that. 3-0. Enrong, if you're in Waffle House's place right now, what do you think you need to work on to land on your feet again, I suppose?
Enrong's backboard players. No, not in this situation. I know, I'd be giving Nuss a slap anyway there. He needs to decide quicker what he's actually doing. Oh, that is so poor. Dear Lord. Okay. I wish I had these guys' mechanics. God, it'd be so much easier, wouldn't it?
Don't worry, I'm as jealous as you are.
No, that was like in Nuss' situation with the defensive read. He was caught between what's the saying, a rock and a hard place, right? Like he wanted obviously to go on the backboard because it's easier to make the touch, but the problem was he didn't have the momentum, so he couldn't make it. But he should have pre-jumped then. He should have jumped and tried to read the backboard touch, but nah, he just caught in both minds. Not good enough. Has to, play a bit better. 6 unanswered goals now. I mean, it's not pretty.
So are we calling second transfer window Enrong to Waffle House? Looking forward to it.
Enrong is going to the sin bin, I reckon. He'll probably get banned from RLI now after these comments. But yeah. No, I gave him my #1 player in the lobby rating in 3s, and he's not really showing it at the moment. In fact, I would say it's probably been Parable so far. He's been playing quite well. Very few errors. So.
Well, we'll see. Can Nuss, I guess, redeem himself for the way he's been playing? Because 4 of the 6 goals, it feels, in this series, there's question marks around him. Cookie Jr., it's not the best clearance towards his corner, but he does manage to make it work. And again, very low boost. Nuss in a 1v1. Very, very important demo coming out there. And Nuss, well, he's dangerous from these positions. But with the form he's on, you'd have to question how dangerous. As here comes Pukas. No great clearance, and Waffle coming from an awkward angle. Almost manages to find it. But pressure still coming from Waffle House, and Nuss just a bit of an awkward touch. Now that's just Pukas' possession completely, I thought. Never mind, Waffle and 0 boost, just ball chasing.
Oh,
good stuff from Kimzit, has to be said.
yeah, they're struggling from midfield pressure. When they're trying to pass the ball, they're not in the right positions to pass or receive it. Kind of looks like, aviators, to be honest, just all over the place. I don't know, they're really struggling now. If I'm being serious, I mean, they're not managing to boost very well. They need to regroup. They might need, not that they have timeouts, but they'll have the minute between the games to decide what they need to do because it's not going well at the moment.
Not at all for them right now, but maybe at least they can, get a goal here, take it into the next game. Especially while it seems that Sigma, I think they're just messing around a small bit here. I saw earlier that Parable, great save from him while we're mentioning him. But earlier he was just reversing around the field for no reason. And they're still 3 goals up. And here comes Cookie Jr. Can they make it 4? Not the best shot we've seen all day from Parable. A bit too close to Waffle. As it's cleared, or it's not cleared out. Pukas. Never mind. Just completely sending 2 players of Waffle House. Demo coming out. And that is GG's for game 2. Enron,
Yeah.
I do have to ask you, do you think this is going to be a sweep?
I don't think so. I think they'll take a game, but it's not looking pretty. Pukas is showing off. That's the kind of flair you get from a mechanical player from twos. You know, someone who's got a bit more of that kind of that X factor, I suppose we'd call it, right? He kind of was showing off a bit there, but I was impressed by Parable. That's not just because of the scoreboard, because I'm pretty sure when I said it, he wasn't even that high up on it. I just thought he played well. He's solid. He doesn't whiff the ball. I think the rest of them have had a couple of whiffs. Yeah, he's been impressive so far. He's showing that collegiate performance was no joke, no fluke. Still in the nightmares of what are they called? South
Setu?
European. So whatever they're called. Setu, that's the one.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I was going to say South European.
South European. I'd love to see a South European college. I don't think it would be in Ireland, though.
No, probably not. No, but yeah, big issues. They need to solve it. I'm not sure how. It feels like they get countered easily as well, right? It seems like they just kind of sometimes they're doing reasonably well. Next thing you know, it's a 3v1. Let's see.
Yeah, it was something they had a few issues with last match where even they'd have a good bit of pressure and then suddenly they'd just be overconfident, they'd be overcommitting, and it would lead to their demise. But here comes Nuss, gets the flip reset. Unfortunately for him, Cookie Jr. instantly up to put the pressure on him. But yes, again, third game in a row, the first 20 seconds has been sent in Sigma's half. And Nuss a bit awkward on the goal line, and again, you look at those boost numbers. Nuss on basically nothing. Waffle on nothing, I believe, as well. Only Kismet when he boosts at a Nuss. You have to question right now, what team is he playing for? Chance to break out here, at least Kismet. He doesn't get the touch he wants, it doesn't seem like. Waffle in his lonesome, but does have the time. Takes to the backboard, which interesting decision, letting Sigma push up higher. But it's better so far, this game, isn't it, Enron, from Waffle House?
Yeah, I think that's because Noss has been exclusively trying to play third man. I think it suits him more, to be honest. I think it's not a good idea to leave Alpha as third man at the moment, because he kind of has the jitters like Redport, where he wants to get up and score goals, you know? Yeah, we'll see. Still early. Let's see. This doesn't look like a pretty situation.
Love how Redport's catching strays, even when
My
he
guy,
isn't
Redport,
playing on
boy,
the
he thinks I'm
pitch.
letting him off.
No.
He played well, to be honest, but yeah,
No,
we
he
didn't
did
play
play.
well enough.
There was one or two positional issues that me and Daniel were more than happy to call him out for, but other than that, it was a...
Well, all I
an
can say to
honourable
you and
performance.
Glozer is hold that L from land. Bye-bye. Okay? Thanks.
Oh,
Anyway,
we
they're
lost
playing well.
to the
Actually,
Vento
one
winners.
point I want to point out here, actually. Would you say SAM is better than Cookie Jr.?
Oh,
Because, here's the point I'm going to make. Waffle House aren't playing with their strongest three, in my opinion. Freeze is a better player than Alpha. And do you reckon that it's also the case for this Sigma team, that they're not playing with their strongest three? Because Cookie's had some really cool moments, but he's had a lot of weird whiffs as well. So what do you think?
that is a good question.
Uh-oh.
And I feel like when you have passes like that from Cookie, I'm going to say that I would take Cookie over him. But similarly, if SAM were on the team, I do think the scoreline would be the same. I do think they're both quite good players. And okay, for the first time
in 7
in
goals.
in 7 goals in what feels
goals.
like about 10 minutes. Waffle House find themselves in the lead, and I don't think we are really talking about the game much, but Nuss, he does have a tap in after a strong 50 there, and maybe has another opportunity. 0 boost down. Parable, look, when you're collegiate champion, you're not going to let those ones go in. And will there be an instant response? A double commit there. Leaves them awkward on the defense, but no, nothing coming from it yet. Here comes Kismet. Playing across the Waffle, can't quite find it. Oh, but
Great demo.
lovely demo. And would you think, Enrong, is that maybe what Waffle House need more of? Those demo plays that just keep them safe? and keep them keep open opportunities. Please stuttering on me sentences I am here.
It's all good. I think from watching it, they're actually just taking more 50s, and maybe that's helping them, to be honest, because I don't know. I don't know if they're as strong in the aerial game. I'm not convinced. Especially when stuff like that happens, where like a guy pre-jumps, gets nowhere near the ball, and all of a sudden there's a big banger of a shot on net. I think getting the 50s like that are really helping them, and that's kind of what they're going for. And you know what? There's a lot to be said for 50s, you know, or dunks. So, yeah, whatever the hell happened there with demos, I'd say Pukas, but then you realize Nuss was going full beans. But yeah, let's see. 45 seconds left. I'd like to see them take a game. I think they will, and I think this might be the game. So let's see.
Oh, see if they can hold on. Pukas, lovely little, I guess flying downfield, but doesn't really achieve anything. But Parable, that does achieve something. He does beat a player. And right now, Kismet completely out of position. Ball across the Parable. Knows he has all the time he needs. But 15 seconds, maybe the clock's running out. And that beat is open. No, great demo. 10 seconds. Will we see anything from Sigma here? Parable. Oh, good save. The double commit. It won't matter. It actually might just go in.
What a save.
0 seconds. What will we see here? Demo coming out. 2-1 in the series. And much, much better from Waffle House this match. Not only to take the game, but to also keep a clean sheet against a team as good. Not as good as Aviators, as it's showing on my screen here, but as good as Sigma. Do we think it's only going to be the one game they take, Enron? Because I think this will awaken Parable and Pukas.
Maybe. It's hard to know. I mean, Parable had a quiet game there. The scoreboard reflects it. I just felt like the pressure that Sigma had wasn't like sustained pressure, and it also wasn't like really that threatening. They had 1 or 2 chances. I think that was just a midfield game, and I think that actually suits Waffle House, to be honest. So, but we'll see. Nuss played very well that game, and I mean, I spent the first 2 games kind of calling him out, especially when they started falling downhill in the first game. So I think it could have been Ping. We don't know. He may have also just had a bit of a mare, but he played fairly well in that game. I'm not going to lie to you. So if he keeps playing well, Waffle House have a chance, because Waffle has been playing well. Alpha has been playing better than I expected, so they have a chance. Let's see.
Yeah, his ping is now 88 when it was 92 earlier, so a whole 4 difference. That could be the reason they're playing better. But for now, I don't think they'll be focusing on those small technicalities. They'll be focusing on trying to keep out the attack, and a great save from Nuss. Keeping it at 0-0 so far in the series. Like you said, it has been much, much better from the American since his first 2 games. But they're not safe yet. In fact, they're still down in the series. An open net and Waffle!
Oh, Jesus.
Just completely missed that.
That's horrific.
And they might just pay the price. Cookie Jr. in the crossbar. Oh, and that they are chances that you do not get often.
It's all about recovering now. It's all about resetting the mental game and just not thinking about that miss too much. Because if you think about it, you'll end up in everything. And let me tell you, that's what I end up doing a lot. So try and take my advice of how I'm not able to do it. But also try and do what I don't do. Don't melt. Try and forget about it, move on. It's going to get more chances. Oh, dear Lord. Okay.
Don't worry, I do the same melting in my 2s lobbies. Just going to quickly brag about going from 60 and 50 to 50 and 60 to 60 and 60 over 2 days. I'm just that amazing.
Lovely.
But right now I wouldn't even fit into this lobby because these players, look, it's been much, much better. I'd say this is the closest game we've... Okay.
God.
While I'm praising all the players for playing amazing, we just see that. And Parable, a moment to forget, I think you'd say, Enron, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I don't know what to say to that. Parable got caught on the corner of the goalpost, right? Which is like what the bots do. So Parable had a bot moment, unfortunately. But as I was saying to you, they're getting a lot of 50s. It's the thing I've noticed. They're working really well in the midfield. I'm not convinced Pukas is helping his teammates with some of his decision making. There was one moment where he tried to go for maybe a psycho or something, and his teammates got completely caught off of it. And then all of a sudden, they're under a huge amount of pressure for an extended period of time. So yeah, let's see. The player comes with negatives as well as positives. So yeah, but Parable, a bit of a mare. Let's see how they recover.
It might be just a twos mindset from Pukas. Happens to the best of us. But right now, it's I think they just need to go back to what they were doing in game 1 and game 2 especially, where they focus on just winning that boost game. Because right now, it seems Waffle House, whenever they have an attack, all of the players, you know, they're stacked on the boost. Like, all of them just picked up 100 pads there in the last 5-10 seconds. Pukas, well, he wanted to make a difference, but whether he'd get the opportunity or not, he's completely bumped out of it. As here's it falls for Parable. 50 to midfield.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and close from him, but no dice. Just trying to send it long. That's all they really need to do now. Send it long and hope for the best. Unless they want to get a second, which would be, well, unexpected to say the least from two games ago. Oh, and Cookie Jr., will he prove his worth here? Yes, he will. Equal game with 1 minute 30 to go, and finally, they've scored. It's been about 9-10 minutes since they found their last goal. And well, you also have to praise Pukas there, going for the bump. Opens up the defense.
Yeah, it was nice. It was good the way Cookie Jr. also kind of delayed it, because it gave Nuss a decision. Should I squishy it, but maybe miss it by looking like an idiot, or should I like try and avoid the demo, maybe slow it down and come back out? So it was a difficult one for Nuss, and Pukas obviously played a hand in that goal. I don't know. It's a tough one. We'll see how it goes now. There's been chances in this game. Will Waffle rue that miss he had earlier on in this game? We'll see.
Even with that miss, you do have to say this has probably been the closest game of the series so far. Both players, or both teams rather, are playing brilliant Rocket League. Even if one of the goals was just a bit questionable. I think we'll have to look into match fixing for that one. And then there's just a questionable goal on the other side. Parable. And I don't even know what to make of that. Just Nuss and Waffle. It's not even like they're on zero boost.
It's poor by Nuss, in fairness. I think he cuts Waffle off there. There's no need for that. You're basically asking that Waffle is able to predict what Nuss's touches. I think that's poor, to be honest. Like, Nuss has had a very up and down series. And that was a bit of a downer there. So, yeah, not great.
Not the first time he's made a bit of a mistake that's led to a goal either.
What's he doing?
But they have another 30 seconds to find something. As that one goes on the backboard, Parable felt like he was a bit slow up to it, but he was fast enough in the end. Oh, and this could be dangerous now. Pukas putting on target instead of crossing it. Maybe just a bit tough to find that angle for the pass, so he had to opt for it. Here comes Nuss. Beats one, falls to Waffle. And that's a good 50.
Chance.
And maybe they can create something here as Waffle puts on the side wall, but just nothing comes from it. Parable, surely he'll kill this one. And triple match point for Sigma. And back to their best, it seems, after that game 3 where they managed to, well, Waffle House managed to shock them and take a game.
Yeah, and Nuss was a fault, obviously, for the second goal, but really, I mean, the scoreboard kind of reflects that Alpha was kind of missing the whole game. I don't know how they can incorporate him more into the game. That's something maybe he's going to have to think about personally. It did feel like, again, they were getting boost starved a lot. I mean, Parable didn't even have any shots in that game, and he still was up top of the leaderboard, so difficult one. Will they take another game? I'm not convinced. We'll see. I've hopes for them, but I think they're going to need another situation where they kind of get an early goal and try and play defense, but they didn't do it that game. So let's see. What do you think, Nova? Do you reckon it'll be 4-1, 4-2, or can they actually win? Who knows?
Going into the series, and I had the, I guess, opportunity to predict an exact score, I probably would have ended up saying 4-2. I'm going to stick with my gut, even though Parable has an open net to put away. No one home on the defense. As sure, Alpha or Kismet, whichever one you want to call him, goes flying past there. 1-0 early on, but you know what? I'm going to stick with my gut, and I'm going to say Waffle House will miraculously recover. And actually, here's the opportunity. Nuss going for the fake, though. Here comes Waffle. Not the strongest hit from him, but a pass down. And Nuss very high up field for 0 boost. All of the players on low boost, actually. But nothing so far. And I'm guessing are you a bit more convinced, Enrong, that this is going to be a 4-1 affair rather than 4-2?
I am, yeah. Alpha's kind of struggling. He's getting beat almost always to the ball. It kind of puts the other two in an awkward situation. Obviously, that goal that happened, Alpha missed the ball, and I put whoever was last. I didn't see if it was Waffle or Nuss, to be honest, but I put them in like basically a no-win situation. So Parable did really well. That was super composure by him to score that goal. You know, it's really easy to rush that shot. He's played very well for the most part this series, Parable. He's had 1 or 2 quiet ones. Oh, that is, yeah. And let's just also say, by the way, Waffles missed last game. I mean, they lost because of that. That's the reality of it now. So he's going to be feeling fairly sick, and he hasn't really been a fall for much this series, but that was a big miss. So let's see if they can do it. But you can already tell I don't have high hopes. Let's see.
I don't think anyone has high hopes right now for Waffle House, but they need to have high hopes for themselves, especially when there's chances like that going for Sigma. Possibly should have been buried, but they'll just be focusing on keeping this one at 1-0 and possibly grabbing a second. No, strong 50 there. Falls Kismet, but Pukas, even not with 0 boost, these Sigma players are beating the Waffle House players to the ball. And maybe that's just what Waffle House needs to improve on. Just show a bit less respect. Not throw all respect out the window. Oh, and a double commit, I feel like, screwed Sigma over a small bit there. Waffle House, they're not completely out.
They felt bad, Nova, for Waffle House's double commit. So they were like, we'll do one as well.
Oh, no, clearly that must be the case. They're just memeing around here. It's not as bad as it was in game 2 where we saw Parable reversing and Pukas just memeing around, but they're on a wire right now.
Good.
Waffle House, and they'll have to improve if they want to end up, well, not only taking this one to game 6 would it be, but also
Go on.
Ooh, close.
Oh.
But to also be able to even just possibly see overtime in this game and see the back of the net. Because right now, they haven't really threatened this game, have they, Enrong?
No, they haven't. They've been struggling. I mean, I wouldn't say the guys are trolling, but they're having a bit of fun, you know, Sigma. It is only a 1-goal game, though, but let's see. Yeah, if they can hold a bit more of this like midfield game that they're doing right now, because they kind of actually have them boost starved, so let's see. But I hope they don't get countered. Oh, that was almost nice. Oh my god.
Can Nuss bury that one? No, he can't.
This is the chance.
You are... Oh
No.
And will this be a chance for just I guess, Sigma to fill up their tanks once more? Felt like they had a counter going for a second there, but in the end it's clear to the corner. Here comes Pukas. Just over a minute left on the clock.
Oh my god.
Waffle House, they're gonna have to start throwing everything in the kitchen sink.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's not in yet. And Parable and 0 boost. Waffle House will count themselves lucky right now. And that bump actually puts... Oh, I thought Parable wasn't back. Very good.
Where are they?
Yeah, you'd have to be thinking that 40 seconds left. You sort of need to be throwing all your players upfield. Because it's 1-0. What are you gonna... If you don't do that, that's game. 30 seconds left. Nuss completely out of boost, and Waffle just banging it right to Parable. On 100 boost and beats 2 players, draining so much time out of the clock. Will we see a late goal, Enron?
No,
yes
that's
or no?
really bad.
Oh!
That is
Never
so
mind.
poor by Parable.
You don't get the opportunity to answer my question there.
That's
because
awful.
Parable has just passed it right to Nuss. And it looks like we may just see overtime against all odds, I'd be willing to say. At the same time, 7 shots to both teams.
I'd like to know who he was trying to actually pinch that to, because that was a really poor decision. They get a nice lucky goal. We'll see. It was a good finish, good pass as well. But dear Lord,
no way!
Wow.
Nuss!
That is poor.
And suddenly this one might go the other way. No way! No
Oh,
way!
Wow, that is poor. Wow.
Just will rue that chance as
Oh
Cookie
dear.
Jr. just sends the whole defense at 0 seconds. Well, we found our winner. Give
4-1.
these Sigma Alpha Rizzlers have won the first qualifier of the ICS. 4-1 series score. Any last comments, Enrong, on how you felt the series went?
Yeah, I would say it went as I expected. Initially, I thought it would have been closer in terms of series score. I still always believe in threes. It's based on your weakest player. That's no disrespect to Alpha. These guys are all really good, you know. But I think they were just found a little bit wanting at times. Waffle had a critical miss in game 3 or 4. That's going to be in his. He's going to be sleeping tonight with that in his head. But look, both teams get nice few points. You know, I think 17 points for Waffle House, 22 points for, let's just call them Team Sigma or whatever. I'll have to probably change their team name because that team name is just, I can't be reading that out like. But yeah, there's a lot of points because think about it. The other two teams have to come back from 0. So even if they win and those two teams keep finishing like top 4 or whatever, they'll probably get top 4, or maybe even one of them might sneak a top 2. And the big thing is you want to be in the top 2, as I said earlier, because it guarantees you an extra 15 quid. Puts you in the semi-finals, makes your life a lot easier. It means you have less games to play on the day. You know, so yeah, it's a big one, but great win. Cookie Jr., silent assassin, quiet, got some clutch goals, as you saw there at the end. Probably didn't give him enough credit in the moment. However, I thought he was kind of the guy who was kind of facilitating things. Parable, he was consistent for the most part, but had 1 or 2 mares. Pukas, I thought, played well for the most part as well. Had 1 or 2 weird moments. It's kind of difficult to pick who the MVP of that series is, to be honest with you. I'd probably actually maybe now give it to Cookie Jr. just because he kept scoring clutch goals and stuff. But yeah, difficult to kind of almost analyze that. I'd have to look at the ball chasing stats if we had them. But I think both those teams can be reasonably happy with how the day went. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Big day, and the next one now is when? The Tuesday the 20th. So we'll see you all in like 9 days' time. What do you think, Nova? Any last comments from you?
Just want to say that I completely agree with you that here's you questioning whether SAM would be a better fit than Cookie Jr. and then he puts up a performance like that. Most consistent player on the pitch, it has to be said. But sure, now all eyes on Qualifier 2, where surely we'll have the best of the best competing as they all go head to head for, well, those points, I suppose, to hopefully find themselves a place in that finals where the top
Yeah.
6
I
will.
think I'd like to see more Pukas just to see exactly where his level is at in threes. I've heard he's obviously a very good twos player. He had some weird moments, but you could tell he's got that kind of that flair to his game that can be a difference maker. Not a million miles off of Shark, you know. But Shark has the threes game a lot more down. Puka seemed like he was getting lost sometimes or making weird cuts. So let's see. I have confidence that team can actually do quite well. They might upset a Panda Little Do Colin team. I don't think anyone's upsetting a Tomster, Shane, and Shark team. They've got the king of online and Tomster there, and 2 guys who played fairly well on lands now. So yeah, let's come back in 9 days, check again how we're doing, and hopefully you won't be teammates with Kralik. Sound good?
I wouldn't go that far.
Hold that out,
But
Barcelona.
Well, we will see how the next qualifier goes. But for now, that has been everything. Thank yous all for watching again. It's been great casting with you, Enrong. I've been No-Nos Nova. Congratulations to Team Sigma once more. And hopefully we'll see you all for Qualifier 2.
Bye-bye.